Hey YouTube, I'm back with some really cool pickups. I got one MVS pickup and a couple PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2 mix. Alright, so let's get into it. Alright, as you can see there, Metal Slug 5. Here's the cart. Low serial numbers. And it's not just the cart, people. It's actually the full arcade kit. Here you go. Matching serial numbers. I wind up getting the full kit. Actually, just by luck, really. Because on the Neo Geo forums on Facebook, somebody posted that a US seller was selling it, and I've been looking for Metal Slug 5 for quite some time, because every time I come across it, it's always a bootleg, and I don't deal with boots. Sorry, I really don't. I'd rather have the actual real deal in my collection. So let me show you what it's got thus far. Alright, here you go. Here's the Moose sticker. This is the Japanese version. Really cool stuff. Here's the one in Espanol. And here's the one in English. Sorry about any reflections. Very cool game. Way better than 4. Because Actual Playmore had a bigger role in this than 4, because they were going through their bankruptcy / restructuring. So this is a pretty good effort by them. I got to give it to them. It's a pretty good effort. It's not as good as 3, but it's still fun. It introduces this slide move. You can slide and shoot. Sometimes it's kind of a little awkward, but it works. Right here. Got the dip setting for it. And like I said before, here's the other one in Japanese and the other one in Spanish. Alright, on to some PlayStation pickups. First PlayStation pickup is going to be Street Fighter, the collection. Now, the thing is that I have the anniversary, the alpha, and everything that came out for PS2. But I sold this, and it was in really good condition. It contains, this is the first disc. This contains Super Street Fighter 2 and Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Really good games. I mean, I don't really like Capcom's Q sound, to be honest with you. It sounds like the emasculated Guile. But gameplay-wise, it was pretty good. And it also contains Street Fighter Alpha 2 Gold. Really cool stuff. There's also another disc and all that I'll probably look for. Okay. Next pickup. It's going to be... Shit, if I can open the fucking case. Yeah, figures. Oh well. Yeah, the other way, figures, duh. It's going to be X-Men Children of the Atom. Now, I got this as like a best offer, because if you try to buy this as the complete with the manual art and all that shit. It costs like 50, 60 bucks. This is the PS1 version of this. The Saturn version is way better, and because this one's missing like a lot of frames of animation, it plays a little slow. I mean, but it's still pretty good considering it was their first effort. It was really good. So, if you're into Marvel, if you're into X-Men, then check it out. I mean, it's a pretty good game. I mean, it's hard as balls. I get up to Magneto, and he's so fucking hard I can't beat him, because usually fighting games, I usually clear right through them. This fucking game is hard as shit. Next up, it's going to be Marvel Superheroes. Like I said, this is not as good as the Saturn version, but it's still really good. It looks like Capcom actually did a pretty good job on it. It plays really fast. It's really fun. Graphics are really good. And I'm not into the comic books per se, but I enjoyed the 90s cartoon, which was really fucking great. Just shame they don't make cartoons like that anymore. So if you have a PS1 or a PS2 and you're looking to get an X-Men game or a Marvel game, this is what I would get. It's really good. Plays really well. Really fun. Next one is going to be Mortal Kombat Trilogy. Yeah, it's a greatest hits. I decided to get this. It was getting real cheap. Really good fighter back in the day. It encompasses Mortal Kombat 1, 2, 3. I think Mortal Kombat 2, to me, is the best in the series. It's just my personal opinion. But I enjoyed it. There's a huge cast of people in there. You got all the bosses unlocked. Really fun. All the fatalities, babalities, whatever. Great game. If you're into Mortal Kombat 2D, check it out. Really good. Now, to some of you, this game really needs no introduction, and that's going to be Gundam Battle Assault 2. Really awesome game. Don't know shit about Gundam, but I heard that this was a really good game, and I decided to check it out, and it actually is a pretty good game. It plays a little slow for a 2D fighting game, but it's because you know how big the characters are, the mechanized robots. It's really cool, and this actually came out at the end of the PlayStation's life. It's like a 2002 release. Really good game. I'm actually shocked how good it is. Now, after playing this, the thing is I might just try and look into the anime series and see what's available. I know people are going to leave comments and tell me which is... I think there's a bunch of them. So leave comments, tell me which ones to look at, and I'll check them out. Next one we're going to go for is Import. Oh yeah, it's going to be Garou, Mark of the Wolves. Even though I have this for my MVS, this is a great game to have. This is the best collection, as you can see right here. It was kind of like a greatest hits type of thing. Very good, very close to the arcade. What I like about here is that SNK did not change the backgrounds in any way, shape, or form. They kept it, because a lot of times when they produce their games, they wind up rendering the backgrounds, making the actual character sprites look awkward, and it kind of makes the game look goofy, but it's really good. You got a PS2, Japanese. This should be in your collection, people. Alright, next one I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you on screen. It starts to fuck up. And there we go.
The King of Fighters 2002 Unlimited Match.
It's going to take a while to get the demo up. Awesome game. Here is the box for it. This is definitely the Japanese version. Never came out to the US. I believe it might be on Xbox Live. I'm not sure. I don't know if it's Xbox Live for the American. I don't know. But really cool game. This is basically King of Fighters 2002, but it's like a remix of it. And it's really good. It's based off the arcade version. I forget exactly what it is. It begins with a T, but this is the more balanced one of the two because the first one actually was a little off balance and there was a lot of bugs, so they released this one. I actually want to get the first one, see what the comparisons are, and maybe I'll do some sort of review on it, which would be really cool. But great game if you got an import PS2. This also should be in collection. It's got like 66 characters in it. And it's got one guy right here, Nameless. It's pretty cool. Great game. Pick it up. Also, let me show you the boxes that I got. Show you. Here we go. Got the shock box for Metal Slug 5. Cool. Got the shock box for Metal Slug 4. Really cool. So now I have the complete MVS collection Metal Slugs all done. Next box I'm going to show you is my box for Waku Waku 7. As you saw in my last video, outstanding fighting game. Some people don't like it, but because it's different, but I thoroughly enjoy it. I enjoy the animation on it. Really awesome game. Okay, I also want to give a couple shout-outs. Shout-outs to Ginta, G-I-N-T-A 289. Really cool guy. He shouted me out a couple videos ago. He does a lot with handhelds, especially the Neo Geo Pocket Color, Game Boy Advance. Does a lot of really great reviews. I suggest you check him out. Really nice guy. If you want to know anything about handhelds, he's the person to go to. Next one is Eddansby, E-D-D-A-N-S-B-Y. He shouted me out, me and actually 78 Strider Strikes Back, on getting his Ninja Masters, convincing him to get the game. I'm glad you enjoy it, man. I appreciate the shout out. Next one is Old School 81. Really cool guy, John. He just only has this one video up, but as you saw, he has an awesome Neo Geo collection. We talked on Facebook, and I was telling him to show that collection and all, and he was afraid whether he'd get responses or not, and I told you, John, you get some really good responses, brother. I'm glad for you. Keep making them vids, bro. Be looking out for him. Next up is Kit171. Awesome guy. He featured me in his Neo Geo Blowout when he acquired his Korean Neo Geo 8S. Really cool guy. Does a lot of videos. Does his what if scenarios. Really nice guy. Knows a lot about Sega Genesis, Mega Drive. Check his channel out. Good guy. Last but not least is going to be HWC1218. This guy shouted me out twice in his videos. Actually dedicated like one video to me when he was showing off like his computer emulation of different Neo Geo games. This guy is a huge fan of Samurai Showdown. I urge you to go over, make the connection, and check his channel out. Really cool guy. Just a real class act. A good YouTuber. Shouts out a lot of people, like I think weekly, and tries to promote people's channel. Real good guy. Check him out. Really enjoy his videos. Alright then, I thank you. I appreciate all the subscribing, the comments. I'm over 100 subscribers. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Continue to subscribe, continue to comment. Thank you. I'll see you next video.